Were you guys watching Next Level Battle Circuit? I was watching that shit. I was watching Hanzo Gonzo play.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Bazooker. And thanks,
Thank you.
FXO. Appreciate it, guys. I was thinking to myself, all right, let me watch Hanzo Gonzo play, you know, because you know how in Street Fighter V, the game is really whack, but it's pretty cool watching people that you like play it, right? Like your favorite players.
Nice cheap Jetta stuff. That's that NorCal. Northern California. Look at Scamby's face. He's like, what? I don't want to lose to a gremlin. Hey, Hanzo Gonzo, when you're losing, make sure to throw the hat at him.
So I'm thinking, okay, I like Hanzo Gonzo. He was good at Marvel 3. Let me watch him play. Shit was so fucking boring, dude. I felt like in 3 out of 5 matches, you end up looking at your cell phone half the time. 3 out of 5 matches of Marvel, I couldn't stay interested the whole time. It's just fucking not... I used to watch Marvel 3 and like it. And I remember when it was in its... You know, there was a time when Marvel 3 was way more popular than Street Fighter. It was like, not early on, but Marvel 3 was big for a while. And, it, you know, it was pretty fun to watch for a while. But, man, this game... It's having a hard time keeping my interest. You end up just talking shit about it. Why do they say Reality Stone every time?
Okay. Wow, that was not a safe Reality Stone.
Not at all.
You have to deal with the mix-up. Wow, big trade.
Ooh,
Reality. They both could have punished each other. But that's just how it goes in reality matchups. Too bad that he didn't get a combo. The orb was in the way anyway.
Fell out.
Reality. Ooh. That was scary. Up there. Oh my goodness. They are swinging.
Yeah,
they are swinging at each other.
There's so much tagging going on. It's kind of hard right now.
Out of there.
Ooh, the reality saves him.
He took a lot of damage for that though, even though the reality in the end prevented a combo. Wow.
That's gonna be it.
This is
Level
your
3.
ass.
Reality Stone. You hear it a lot. You hear it so much, in fact, that the commentators even say it all the time. The commentators constantly are like, Reality Stone, like making the joke. You can't not make it. Right? It's like non-stop Reality Stones. It's fucking weird. I mean, the web ball thing, who cares about that? But just the way they say the move name, it's hard to watch.
No, because somebody in the chat was like, I bet he misses like Asian honeys or whatever. I'm not even going to lie, I do miss them. They were pretty nice to me, man.
Spooky. Spooky, please.
Reality.
You don't know.
Supposedly it's doing really bad at tournaments. Nah, that's not necessarily true. It did really bad in an Italian tournament, but how many Italians do you think are going to be playing that game at a competitive level, right? It's kind of like crazy. But Next Level Battle Circuit, in case you don't know what that is, it's a weekly tournament that they stream on Team Spooky from New York. That got 40 plus entrants today. So it's not, I mean, 40 plus entrants for a weekly, that's pretty good. I wouldn't say that the game's doing bad in tournaments. I mean, sure, if you hold a tournament under the fucking ocean, you know, okay, nobody's gonna play it. But dude, what do you expect, right? What do you expect? I don't know, I'm not surprised. How many players do you want to be fucking hella gung-ho about this sorry-ass game in Italy? They got bigger fish to fry, right? I don't know. I'm not surprised. Basically.
Question. Twitch grows but WNF barely breaks 2K views nowadays. Used to break 10K when you attended during USF4. What happened?
What happened? I don't know, man. That's a weird question. Because I don't know what the answer is. It's probably that the games that they play at Wednesday night fights usually, I don't know what it is. It's always been on late, so it can't be the time slot. It's always had Street Fighter and Marvel and Tekken and all that shit. So I don't really know what the answer is, to be honest. It could be that it moved. One thing I'll tell you for sure is that the overall feel and vibe of Wednesday Night Fights is definitely more esports and less like ghetto, and that's usually less fun to watch. I thought that it was more fun to watch at Super because of the kind of hood feel. I don't really know. You're right. Logically, you think to yourself, Twitch is bigger than it was back then. So why isn't Wednesday Night Fights growing? But it's not my problem. That's what I always think. I always think like, well, you know, I could sit here and ponder that, but I would only ponder that if it were my responsibility, right? I mean, I think that the people who want, you know, Wednesday Night Fights to grow directly, they should ponder that and, you know, solve the problem. That's really the trick, right? I mean, you have to identify the problem and then solve it. Whether you need better commentators or a better time slot or different games. I will tell you that I feel personally like Wednesday Night Fights having side streams really makes it less of a spectacle. I think having a mainstream and maybe making it more consistent what you can expect to see on that mainstream might be a little better. I feel like Next Level Battle Circuit still maintains a lot of prestige because it only has one stream. It also is fun to watch because of the street feel, the vibe of it. So I don't know. I'm not sure. There's a lot of factors, but you know, the games are a big factor too. Have you seen the Marvel stream at Wednesday Night Fights? The stream quality is fucking horrible. No, I don't know what the problem could be. I don't think it's the stream quality. I think Marvel just looks like shit.
Leon.
But maybe I'm wrong. What's the word on the streets? Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition that's not coming out in arcades. Is that true? Nice, it's green. My first green screen of the new studio here at ATP headquarters. Nice. I still got it. I knew I was still a pro. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Is that true? Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. No arcade version? Say word? Is that true? Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition. It'd be funny if it didn't even have an arcade mode. No arcade version, no arcade mode. It's just Arcade Edition. Edition. Oh man. Is that true though? Even in Japan? That sucks. When I first saw Arcade Edition, I thought, wow, this could be cool. Maybe that means it'll come out in Japanese arcades, and then Japanese players will get really good. It has 6 arcade modes. Weird. Are any of them in arcades? That's odd. I think it's what that game needed, for sure. And also, you know, yesterday I was trying to come up with an explanation as to why everything turned out the way it did in Marvel Infinite. And I started to think, like, I wonder if this was all a plan to make Street Fighter look better, right? You know? But, man, it's weird how you have to come up with conspiracy theories to explain these decisions. But I think I'm more excited about Super Street Fighter V than I would have been if Marvel didn't come out. So it's kind of working, I guess. If there was no Marvel, I'd be like, Arcade Edition, that's such a dumb idea. But now that Marvel's out, I'm like, damn, we gotta do something. Let's go for the Arcade Edition, I guess. But then I was disappointed that that shit comes out in January. I thought they were gonna be like, alright, this is an emergency. Marvel is trash. Arcade Edition is coming out in November. Or maybe December. But January? Damn. Marvel was made with half the budget of Street Fighter V's DLC budget. I heard about that, but What? That sounds like such a water cooler rumor, right? That's such a rumory thing to say. I mean, I saw that in a video, but what difference does that make? There's no source, right? It's like I heard that, you know, Marvel Infinite was designed by monkeys, you know? I heard it in a YouTube video, and it looks like it was designed by monkeys, so it's gotta be true. I mean, your story adds up, because it definitely looks like it had a low-ass budget. But that doesn't mean that that's exactly true, right? You gotta, you know, just because it looks like it's true, and it sounds like it's true, and there's reality stones everywhere, it doesn't mean it is true. And even if it is true, I mean, it's more about whether or not you can prove it than whether it's true. So, I don't know, maybe that's just the idea that came to my mind, right? But who cares? What difference does it make? I mean, is that explanation supposed to be like, oh, okay, well then it's okay that it looks shitty? No, I don't think so.
Thursday, Bruce.
Whoa, who said that? Here's to the Tekken World Finals being in NA this year. Hey, no shit, huh? The Tekken World Finals are in NA this year, and they're on a Sunday. I wish they weren't on a Sunday. Why are they on a Sunday? They keep doing that shit on work nights. Everyone has to bounce right away. You want people to get turned up afterwards, you know?
They moved the world tour so you'll commentate because they know you sell the game due to amazing lyrics.
They moved the world tour? Nah, I don't think so. That'd be funny though. Aris doesn't want to fly to Japan? Move the world tour? I doubt it. It's unlikely. I am surprised and honestly a little disappointed that it's not in Japan. Even though I don't love flying to Japan, you know, the Japanese version of this world tour, it's more than just a tournament. There's a lot behind the scenes that you guys don't see. That's very, like, emotional, you know? Like, the Japanese, like, tournaments that I've been to are not like American tournaments. There's, like, a lot of pride and, like, ceremony and, like, a ceremonial vibe to it than American tournaments have. Like, at the end of every world tournament I've been to, the Namco one, there's always, like, this, like, everyone does, like, a kanbai, which means cheers in Japanese, and they do, like, this shit, and Harada's there, and they got, I don't know, it just has this, like, feeling of, like, I don't know. There's something about it that's special, that you don't really get at US tournaments. It doesn't have that, like, that feeling of, like, tradition, maybe. I don't know how else to explain it. But if you were there, you would know what I meant. And I don't think we're gonna get that in a US final. But at least I don't have to get on an airplane for 12 hours, though I may have to anyway. At least for Evo Japan. I mean, it looks like I'm gonna go to Evo Japan, so we'll see.